Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I hope you're having a good day. Please make sure you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is this top part, but by watching my videos, you're agreeing that you're going to be responsible for yourself. Hi, welcome everybody coming into the chat. You're basically agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes shadow banning and the copywriting of my messages. Everything that's said on this platform comes from God and the Holy Spirit, and so don't copyright God and the Holy Spirit, basically. I think I want to use spirits and shadows to start. Okay, so I'm reminding everybody about my personal human rights. This platform's much better. Yes, I am going to do general reading for everybody. So this is why using your best discernment. Just feel free to take what resonates with you, and then welcome back, Peace Boy. And then what doesn't resonate with you, you just leave for the person that it's meant for. So, okay, we're going to do the prayer. So I ask that God give us grace, the light of God, the glory of God, and the heavenly host armies. We ask that the Most High God order our steps when dealing with anything in the psychic realm. I also invoke the angels of the Sword of Solomon and the Sword of Moses into the four directions for safety and protection. I ask that the Most High God please return all evil and block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. Upcoming months. And I pray for all of my subscribers. Know that God loves you and is here to meet with you today. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on the earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray upon your holy presence, and I meditate upon your divine will. I open myself to any messages that you have for me in the collective. Okay, so we're going to I dinged one of the singing bowls with my foot there. We're going to use the Guardian Angel deck and the Spirits and Shadow deck. So let's see what comes through. So we've got wishes, dreams, and happiness, you guys. This is a good sign. Somebody's been getting in alignment. All right. I am definitely happy about that, yo. Beautiful. We've got 8 of Fire. Speed, activity, and multitasking. You guys could be expanding at this time. Guys could be going through a lot of growth, a lot of change, and you could be even experiencing ascension symptoms. I feel like for a lot of you, this happiness, you're going to find this happiness within yourself, and it's not going to be from anything that exists outside of you. I feel an elevation of your guys' mood. I also feel like the 10 of water applies to your guys' energy right now. This has to do with your family, love, and blessings, okay? So I'm picking up on good health to a family member. Maybe you had a family member that their health wasn't that great. I feel like their health is going to be getting better. About career, marriage, and health. Well, we've got here the wheel. So you guys, this is beautiful. If the wheel were to come up upside down, I would be worried, but this is all just giving me double confirmation that you guys are in your time of luck. This is your guys' season right now. Oh, and by the way, the beautiful background sounds you're hearing is the channel called Healing Vibrations. They have different crystal singing bowl sound baths that basically alchemize the energy. You'll want to make sure that you get a subscription over there. As their music is so, like, the guy that owns the channel, he does all of the singing bowls that work for the different chakras. Thank you. Yeah, and it really alchemizes the energy. Out of everybody that I've listened to on YouTube, they're like my favorite. So this also talks about change. So if you had been feeling like something was slowing you down, there's speed and agility coming back to you. I feel like there was a lot of oppression that's been broken. This Chariot energy is a fast-moving action. So this could literally be the Chariot of the gods. When I'm looking at the wheel and the chariot together, I'm seeing the Ophanim. I'm seeing those angels that have a bunch of eyeballs, and they're basically part of a spinning wheel. I am seeing that you guys are being watched and monitored at this time, but I'm not picking up anything that is like a person. This is like the spiritual realm is watching you to see what choices you guys are going to make. So the Chariot is about willpower, victory, and recognition. Specifically, the Chariot is about victory over illness. So like I said, if you had been experiencing any type of illness or health concern, the Chariot shows me that you have good luck, good fortune, and that you're going to be victorious over that. And I feel like that's absolutely part of this energy you've been experiencing had to do with the moon cycle, but I feel like you guys are gaining control over that. This is about intuition, illusions, and revelation. So you guys are going to have a revelation about what next step to take. I feel like there was a bit of contemplation going on. Maybe you guys are choosing between a new career and maybe you guys are choosing a new place to live. You guys are going to be making some type of choice that's going to bring about this waterfall of abundance and change into your life. Truly. This is like your guys' wishes and dreams and happiness coming true. So I am very happy about that. I approve of this message. 8 of Earth, education, focus, and details. So you guys could be learning at this time, but you also could be educating others about themselves and about the spiritual nature of things. You may be called to step into a space of education where you're helping others learn, or you could be learning, like taking a degree or something like that, or taking, courses to get a degree or something like that. And that's going to be very successful. Whether you're teaching or whether you're learning, this is absolutely part of your destiny and your divine life purpose. You could have had a revelation about that. I'm picking up on somebody that, I don't know if you guys have been staying up at night, okay, the headaches, staying up all night, the vertigo, the dizziness. Right now, we're having since maybe April 15th to now, we're having something going on with the planet. It's coming from the sun. It has to do with the magnetic pole of stuff. So it's causing people to go through ascension symptoms because the sun is like it's a solar flare type thing. So that's what you guys are experiencing. I'm not picking up on spell work at this time, but as far as what you guys had just recently been experiencing with maybe feeling a little bit dizzy or out of balance, that was your system trying to basically you're getting flooded with all of these light codes from the great central sun and from our sun that are awakening your physical flesh to turn crystalline, to turn into light body like DNA, higher vibrational DNA. Okay, so going from the carbon form, whatever this solar flare is taking us from the carbon form to the light body crystalline form. Genetically, if that makes sense. So you've been not happy for so many days. Okay, well, that's going to change. There also could be something that you need to learn about yourself here with the details that I see in the 8 of Earth, that there may be something, that you need to learn about yourself, that you're this wise counselor. You know, when people come to you for advice or they come to you for things, there's something within them unconsciously that knows that you can help these people, whether it's teaching them or them learning from you as you being the teacher. So you're being called to ask, or you're being asked and called to step up into a leadership position. Okay, so what is this unhappiness surrounding? Is it surrounding your career and your marriage? Because I feel like the health is not actually a problem. It's ascension symptoms. Okay, so when you feel like nothing is working, that's when you need to ask yourself, why is the divine, Vishnu, Allah, whatever you consider to be the divine source of all, or I just say the Most High because it's the source above all of the deities and all of the gods of all religions and stuff. So everything has to be done through the Most High. So if you feel like you're hitting what I'm seeing is that your roads are blocked for some reason. So this has to do with inwardly your roads and then externally. I'm going to look at this spirits and shadow, because I feel like there's something that shadow work would really help with this feeling of, well, it's kind of like depression, actually, is what I would say. Also, if the sun is shining, open the blinds, go outside, okay? Get some sunshine. The maestro. So yeah, this is showing me, wise counselor, the maestro, that you guys have control of your situation. You're the only one that can make you happy. So stop looking for happiness in external things, because you won't find it there. That you'll have the best research papers in this year. I feel like you'll be amongst the best. There's going to be you have quite a few people that are really intelligent in your guys' classes. So creation, you have the ability to create happiness and love wherever you go. It's going within and finding the divine source. Because again, God, when you find that all of your roads are blocked, or you feel like you're not moving forward, that's when you need to go, God, am I blocking myself? Because I get that you're blocking yourself with your thoughts and your beliefs about how things are going to go. A lot of this stuff that you're experiencing is in your head. It's like fear and doubts and worry and stuff like that, and sadness that's going on in your head, but it's not something that's being caused by a person being mean to you or anything like that. This is something that's you're working on internally. Yeah, you're going definitely on a healing journey. So this is definitely about your spiritual journey. And then this spring. So like I said, this 9 of water reminds me of springtime energy. We're in springtime energy. This is a time for you to grow and blossom and show your true self. So I feel like some of you guys may be, what I'm getting is that these unprocessed fears and emotions that keep going around in your head, they swirl around in your head. This is what I'm feeling. All of these things are being caused by one thing. And that one thing is the way that you're thinking about yourself. Okay. So I feel like that it almost feels like a portal, but I feel like that is supposed to change with frequency this spring. Also, you may have a research paper. You may have something that you're working on this spring, or that you're going to be done with by the end of spring. The best papers. Are you talking about like one of the, like something that you have in school? Because this education right here, the best papers, I don't know what that means. And then the wise counselor. So I do feel like you're going to be counted among the best, but you may not be the best. I don't know what this is. Research papers. Is it something that you is going to be doing in springtime, or is it something that you're working on right now? Okay, thank you for clarification. So it is work that had to be published. Okay. Yeah, you're going to remember something about yourself that's going to help you with your writing. So I feel like there are different programs that you can use after you write your paper. A lot of this is going to be about the way that you frame things, the way that you base. Yeah, you're working on it. Good. The way that you phrase things. Okay. Because you're going to be wanting to prove a point is what I'm seeing. And so what I would do, because if English is not your first language, I would definitely make sure that you're using like Chat GPT or something like that, where you can just put what you've written into that program, and then it'll read it and look for grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes and stuff like that. Also, I feel like what you need to do is, if you've got somebody in your family that's studious, have them read your paper and then take constructive criticism on that. See, I don't know exactly what your research papers are about, but I feel like if this does have to do with being published, it's going to be imperative that your grammar is right and that your spelling's right and that it all makes sense. So yeah, have somebody in your family read it over, right? And give you criticism. The seeker. I do feel like if you're wanting to get published, that is going to happen. Again, I don't know why I keep feeling like this has to do with something with school. So I don't know if there's a contest or something. Oh, your teacher corrects it at the end. Yeah. Well, yeah. So you want to make sure that by the time it gets to your teacher's hands that you've had for a PhD, okay, that you've had a family member read it, somebody that English is their first language, okay? And then also, you know, also I'm being told to tell you to go into great detail. It's because the more details that you can put in your writing, the more people will be able to see in their mind's eye and visualize what you're trying to portray. Also, you can use examples and like similes where something is similar to another thing. You can also use that. I'm hearing mind expanding. I'm also hearing belonging, learning, and tradition. So there may be something that's a traditional practice that you end up speaking on. I'm also getting that, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but yeah, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but it has to do with the Amazon rainforest. So I don't know what I'm getting about the Amazon rainforest and something about alchemy or chemistry. Basically, we get almost everything that goes into pharmaceuticals comes from the Amazon. And so if the Amazon deteriorates, then we're not going to be able to have access to those different herbs and whatever type of plant life stuff, right? You are doing a PhD in chemistry. Okay, well, that absolutely makes sense then. Yeah. So if you have to have a thesis, protection. So yeah, you're absolutely protected. I feel like you are going to succeed. You're going to be counted among the best. I don't know if there's a competition for one person. I feel like there's one person ahead of you in your class, but that still means that you're up at the top. So this is what I'm saying, that the teacher looks at you as being very intelligent. The secret. So there may be a secret that you come upon that's in your traditions of learning, your traditions of what you've been learning and doing with chemistry. And there may be something that links, how the mind works, how the mind alchemizes pharmaceuticals, and about how everything comes from the Amazon rainforest. And if we don't have access to that anymore, a lot of pharmaceuticals won't be able to be made. Also, I feel like there may be a solution. Okay, so the world, at least the United States, was going through a time where Adderall was like everybody's getting prescribed Adderall and the companies were not making enough of it. I don't know if there's something about that, but I'm hearing that there's a fix to that. Resolve what I just say, that there's a fix to that. You may end up mentioning how a new way of doing things could potentially save the planet. Literally, I was like, it resolves an issue, and then I pulled the card resolve. So yeah. So you have one person that you're competing with, basically. Ascension. Like I said, this concept or idea, or whatever you're writing about, is going to create an ascension within people. And that just means that it's going to wake people up, basically. So let's see what the guardian angel has to say too. When will you get married? Oh my goodness. Now your love life is another situation. Are you engaged to anybody at this time? Are you dating anybody? Are you making plans to get married? Because what I'm seeing is that no. So what I'm seeing is that, okay, you may have a fling with somebody that's in your school or something like that at some point in the future. But I feel like it's going to be after you're done with your schooling that somebody comes in for you. So I'm kind of getting like 2027 or maybe the end of 2026 is when you're going to either meet this person or marry them. You may meet them at the end of 2026 and then you may end up marrying them in 2027. But I'm getting that this is a person that will be possibly of your same culture, or they'll be accepted into your culture. Is your mother still alive? I feel like that your family's influence and the way that they think about the person that you date is going to be a really big deal for some reason. And so, yeah, this 10 of fire. So basically, just make sure that you're working on this project a little bit by a little bit, because, and take the time, the energy of springtime, take this time now to be, anytime you have a thought or your mother is alive. So I feel like this person that you end up meeting, it's going to be really important that they get along with your mother. And that's just for the success of the relationship long term. Okay. Because you when you marry somebody, you want to marry them forever. You don't want to just be like, oh, this will be my first marriage, right? So somebody that your mother accepts, that's why I was getting that you may meet somebody of your own culture. It may be that you meet them online, or it may be that somebody sets you up like with this person. Well, I was feeling more like it could be an arranged marriage that ends up being very loving. So I feel like your parents are really compatible with you. You guys may not get along or agree on stuff all the time because you're raised in just a different generation than them, basically. But I do feel like they have they have good intentions for you. Your family does. Okay. Even if it comes off like they could be a little bit controlling, it's just because they love you and they don't want somebody to enter your family that would not be a long-term partner. And I don't know if your mother is looking at Caucasian women as being somebody that would not be a long-term partner because they don't come from your culture. Well, this is what I'm saying, that, it'll be like, you're going to be happy, obviously, but it's just going to be a little bit before this happens. So I wouldn't put a whole lot of stress on it, on the love situation, to be quite honest. It's going to work out. And this person is going to be perfect for you. So it may end up being something that's like arranged, or it could just be somebody that you know at school that's like, hey, my friend so-and-so said that you're cute or something like that. Okay. And he wants to go out with you, or he wants to see if you want to hang out or some shit like that. Okay. It could be something like that. Or it could be your parents going, oh, we ran into so-and-so and, they asked about you, something like that. Or you could be with your parent. There's something about it being really important that your parent likes this person and that their parents are that. So that's why I was feeling like it may be somebody of your own culture. So this 10 of fire is just warning you that to work a little bit at a time. Don't procrastinate. Okay. Because if you well, first of all, the other person that I'm feeling that's a competitor to you with these papers and in school, that is a masculine energy. Okay. I feel like, yeah. So what may happen is you may end up meeting a Caucasian man, falling in love with him. You guys end up wanting to get married, and your mother could be worried about them not being true to the family or something like that. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. One person, but knows that his culture and everything doesn't match. And yeah, no, that's what I'm getting. That's literally what I'm getting, is that there's going to be a relationship. So you already know this. So the person, okay, that just confirms everything that I was just saying. So yeah, basically the person that you end up dating before you meet this person that's your same culture is going to be like what you just said. So that's just basically, I'm just describing him. And the one that comes again, it's going to be that maybe that you meet this person that is your culture at the end of 2026. You will be married to somebody that is the same culture of you. But you may, like, this is the thing, you may have a relationship with this person that's not the same culture of you, and like I was saying, it may bother your mother. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying is about this other person that's coming in that is the same culture. That's going to be at the end of 2026, and then 2027, like a year later, you guys will get married, and there's going to be a really good compatibility, perfect match. Like, and that person, it may be a friend that recommends this person, or your mother or something like that recommends this person. Oh my goodness, Beast Boy, what's going on? It looks like you're sweating or crying. Six of Air, relief, hope, and moving on. So yeah, like I said, you may have a romance with this person, but again, they don't understand the core values of your traditions. And where this is about learning your traditions, that's kind of, how will he be in a parent's family? I'm picking up somebody that, is going to have like dark skin and dark hair and brown eyes. Probably like Hindu type energy is what I'm getting. So, yeah. It could be Hindu, or it could be something else that's like that. It's kind of exotic looking. But yeah. And his family, like I was saying, this is a work. You've been with this person that you are going to meet. You've been with them in another life. Whoa, I got chills really, really a lot right now when I said that. This feeling just came over me of like, you're just going to have this remembrance when you meet him that, holy crap, I've been with you 1,000 lives or more. That's beautiful. So yeah, you're going to know this person's spirit. Also, their family is going to have the same type of traditional stuff. That's what I am picking up. Yes, I'm picking up on a Hindu man. Yeah, this person, this king of air, he's going to be, again, that person's white, but the person that you're going to be with is not white. They're very attractive though. Like, there's something about their energy that's just, they're divine masculine. That's what it is. So yeah, see, God's pairing you, the Most High, Vishnu, whatever you consider to be the Most High, is pairing you with this person that's knowledgeable, objective, and respected. And so I feel like if this person were to come in right now, you would still be thinking about the other guy that you have doubts with, because he's like not the same tradition as you, right? I feel like that would be difficult. And I also feel like with your schooling right now, that having getting married, you know how much like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I want that person which is different from my culture, like the way he speaks his family. Absolutely. This is exactly what I'm saying. That if this other person that you are going to marry were to come in right now, you would still have this other guy that we're talking about, the guy that you want, on your mind. And not only that, it would just be too much pressure because you're going through school and you're working on your papers, you're working on exams and all sorts of stuff like that. And so getting with a new partner, trying to plan a wedding and all that, you know how much that takes. And then getting to know that other person's family and everything like that, you know how much energy and time and money and stuff that takes. For you right now, that's not in the cards. But like I said, at the end of 20, you may end up dating this guy that is not your culture until you meet this other guy in 2026. And then when you meet him, boom. I mean, this guy is going to make you a mother. Like, that's what I'm really getting, the Empress energy. You're going to, after you go through this process of ascension and you pass all of your tests and you get really good scores and all that stuff, which that's part of your destiny. You being successful at school is part of your destiny. And you have a better work ethic than most other people. So if you've been feeling very sluggish, that could have been these ascension symptoms that you were going through. like I said, there was a solar flare that was affecting everybody's energy. Because when I look at your health, sweetie, I don't see anything wrong with your health. I literally see your DNA activating and you going through an ascension. And so, and then I also see you passing all of your exams and getting really high scores on your research papers. But I was being told to tell you to run it through something that grammar checks it and all that stuff before it gets to the teacher. You want it to be, you know. So yeah, what I'm seeing here, okay, the 3 of air, sorrow, forgiveness, and healing. This could be the situation that comes in. Like, I'm just seeing these 2 angels as being the man of the past and the man of the future. There may be a little bit of sorrow with releasing this guy that's not your culture. Because again, I feel like that person is into you. I don't know if they're marriage material, but I do feel like they're into you a lot. So yeah, you could be feeling like you're getting influenced, right? And so anytime that you feel like you're getting influenced, make sure that you take a break from whatever you're doing and you go outside. Nature is very grounding. Yeah, happy go person, but now it feels like something's changed. I feel like you're just a little bit overwhelmed with all of the pressure that life is putting on you at this time. And I'm sure that you're feeling maybe some insecurity or pressure about not being married, but literally, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. You're going through a lot of change right now. And not only that, you're expanding your consciousness and you're basically elevating. And so it is like something's changed, but are you giving up on yourself? You can't give up on yourself. The self-love, because I see your wishes are going to come true. So it's like your self-love is the most important thing. And this is what I tell people on my other platform is that when you love yourself and you're taking care of yourself, can there be there could be a chance that you marry that person, but I feel like if you were going to marry that person, there would be a lot of signs and messages from your angels that telling you that this person is not going to be compatible for you and your family, which means your children and your parents, right? And just in general. So, yeah. Whoa, that's too many cards. Caught them with my legs, though. Let's see what just tried to fall into my lap. So yeah, this 3 of Waters. So when you meet this person, it's going to be a unification, celebration, community, and friendships. Then we have the 5 of Air. This could talk about, your current energy, mistakes, melodrama, or resentment. You could just be feeling a little bit of resentment about something. I'm not for sure what it is. But again, the dreamer, anything that you dream, you can create. If you can dream it, you can create it. Okay. So beginning, believing, and being protected. Also, you're going through right now a phase of renewal. You guys are all going through this renewal right now. Reflection, self-elevation, and rebirth. And then again, having the energy of the magician, super important. You guys are going to be able to manifest very quickly. Okay. You may find that your thoughts are manifesting even faster. Now, when you get these sluggish, weird thoughts that start to come on, you need to realize that you're not thinking that. There is something else doing that. Really? Yeah. I was seeing that person, that if you married them, they may cheat. So again, but that would have been 3 years down the road from if you would have married them. See, it's like anytime that we make a decision, our reality starts to create in one way, but there's always going to be that other reality that your higher self also created. So yeah, I am picking up that you are, whatever you're feeling about this person, that's dead on. King of the earth, prosperous general, generous and successful. So again, the person that you're going to be with is going to financially take care of you. And Ace of Air, inspiration, communication, and adjustments. It'll be making some adjustments, but you'll be up leveling. Like when you get with the person that you're meant to be with, you will elevate and actually upgrade. And you'll know that the person that you're not meant to be with, you won't elevate and upgrade. You'll still be stuck, right? So Queen of Earth, gracious, practical, capable. Yeah, you're very good with money. Okay. Six of Water, memories, childhood, and nostalgia. So this could be somebody that you have nostalgic memories with from the past. Well, you know, I'm not feeling like they're going to get married anytime soon. So, but I do feel like there is a reality out there where they are going to get married. It's like 3 years. So 26, 27, 28, 29. So it'd be like 2029. But again, the way that this is going to play out, you may not be worried about that person. Okay. So let me put this deck away really quick. And I will look at Radha's question. Okay, your diet. What I'm hearing is that you need to start so you've got some chakras that are out of balance. Eating like choosing your foods based on what chakra you want to help. Like the root chakra is red. So getting more grounded, that's going to help your energy a lot. And then also eating foods that are red, eating foods that are green, things like that. I'm getting a lot of vegetable energy. I don't know if you're a vegetarian, but I'm getting that type of energy that you may want to do like a cleanse. But again, if you're making diet changes, maybe your diet was better and then you made a change. Really? So you're definitely picking up on an energy, but vegetarian. That's what I'm getting. That's going to be the best thing for you. But again, always ask your doctor. Never take advice from me before taking advice from a nutritionist or a doctor, okay? I think we're going to use the money moves. Oh, okay. I saw there was another question. So why is I don't know how to say that name. Aditya Singh Gar. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry if I didn't say that right. Why are they not talking to you? Well, somebody's made a decision about something. Let's just see here. You get afraid at night. Have you asked yourself what it is that you're afraid of? You saw blood in the back of your feet. Yeah, it was some type of negative energy, but you've cleared it out. Was it like a vision that you saw? Or was it like something negative? Yeah. Okay. Okay. There was definitely something there that was coming to you at nighttime. I don't know what to call this thing. It's like a red vampire with red skin. Energy light. Yeah. It's like, that's the only thing that I would call it like, I don't know what type of nationality it is, but it's like a red vampire demon looking thing. Like it's got red skin. And so it's trying to pull you out of your body at nighttime. Okay, I'm praying. I just heard Raksha, but I don't know what that means. 8 of Wands. So this is what I was just saying. This person, Radha, I don't know how to say that last name. I'm so sorry, you guys. Kayarwar. Okay. This is what I was just saying, that there was a quick decision that was made, fast movement. I feel like somebody blocked you is what I'm picking up on. And sudden progress. So why did this person block him? Yeah, she just, I don't want to say that shit, Spirit. The moon, illusions, hidden confusion, secrets, and uncertainty. So this is somebody that is doing something under the moon. This person could have been living a double life, like literally living, portraying themselves to be one way and then living a completely different life at night. I don't know why I'm getting that. There's something that you didn't know about this person. And so sometimes rejection is actually protection. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like something triggered with your health, but that you've cleared that up. Again, I think diet, there's something with diet that's going to help with that as well. But I don't know the person that you saw. I get that they're like a shadow person or something weird. I don't know. Like, or something triggered from another. I don't know if this is a dream or what it is, but it is an illusion. It's some type of illusion. Like whatever that man was, I think you came across something else. Like it could have looked like a man, but that shit was something else. I don't know what to call it though. Maybe that has something to do with the word Raksha. I don't know what that word means. So I'm going to have to, if I remember to look that up. So yeah, this person, there was something off about their energy, Radha. Okay. They were leading some type of double life. They may end up unblocking you in the future, but I do see an Ace of Cups, love coming from the universe at this time, giving you a lot of support to get through this. Raksha means protection. Okay, so there is some protection coming in, and maybe, yeah, there is protection coming in, and I feel like it's protection of your guys' health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. But with this protection comes just making better life choices. I'm hearing drinking alkaline water, but thing is when you drink alkaline water, it balances you, right? Your mother is absolutely protecting you for sure. It balances you, but it can also put you into detox. So make sure that you're drinking regular water and like the other type of water. Why did my brain? I just was hearing the word Akashic records. So there's something in the Akashic records that needs to be looked at. So that's the records that hold all of basically you're going through a spiritual awakening. This talks about new love and feelings, emotional awakening, intuition, and spirituality. So yeah, the person that you want to be with, you want to make sure that they're spiritually compatible with you. But like I was just saying, you guys, some like Radha, I'm kind of getting a feeling that they blocked you and they're moving on to somebody else. But this is because there's something about this person that you don't know. And I don't know whatever this darkness is, whatever this thing with the moon is. The moon is about hiding secrets from people and confusion, right? So, I mean, I feel like she did think that she thought that she loved you, but she's moving on to somebody else. And oh, you guys have had so many lifetimes, literally. I mean, literally, you guys have had so many everybody has had so many lifetimes. So when I look at lifetimes, whatever comes forward is just whatever's like in that lifetime, you're going through the same thing that you're going through in this lifetime. So you definitely have been a part of the Galactic Federation of Light and the Galactic Council right before coming to this life here. And that's for Vidushi. You definitely were a light being of some type. Yeah, part of the Galactic Council. Yes, you should move on. This person may want to come crawling back to you later, but it's only after she gets rejected, because again, what you do to others will happen to you. In this case, rejection is protection. So yeah, I would not wait around for her. she decided to block you or whatever. And so I feel like you're going to have a 10 of Pentacles with somebody else. Again, this Ace of Cups tells you that new love is coming in. So yeah, it may not be right away, but that's just because you need to detach from this other person. This talks about family and legacy. So again, you guys, when you come into union with this person, they're going to offer you family, they're going to have money, and they're also going to have a legacy to leave an inheritance, foundations, and a higher commitment. So that I'm literally feeling like you guys could have twin flame partnerships that are going to be happening in the future. But it's not the people that y'all are with right now or wanting to be with right now. Like I said, there's going to be some type of universal shift that happens with people in 2026. Yeah, big Emperor energy for sure. So divine masculine, control, and authority. This person's going to be a divine masculine, or you are a divine masculine. Two of Swords. So this person, if you go back to them, you'll basically be stuck. That's why everything feels like the roads are closed now. Stalemate and stuck, denial, difficult choices, and crossroads. So again, you guys are coming into the energy of the Emperor, regardless of gender, which means you're taking control of your reality, you're controlling your own emotions, and you're learning how to master yourself. If this person comes back from the past after basically blocking you and ditching you, yeah, the Chariot, this is what I'm saying. You're going to have determination, success, and moving forward. You're going to have victory over this person and victory over all of the illness that they caused. Seven of Wands, defending yourself, protecting, and standing your ground. See, the person that you're going to be with, you're not going to have to defend yourself from. So this energy of having to defend yourself from whatever this shadow being is and whatever this other stuff, I feel like, see how elephants are you're so welcome. See how elephants are so powerful and so strong. Elephant is absolutely one of your guys' totems. And you guys also have Ganesh. That reminds me of Ganesh coming through and opening the roads for you. It's going to be it could be the IPS officer is what I'm being drawn to. And then it could also be something else with chemistry that has to do with research. So, you're going to get a couple of different job offers. Queen of Pentacles. See how this woman is straight up pregnant? Like I said, you guys are going to be, when you get with these families, you're going to be having children. Generous and caring, nurturing and sensible, comforting, practical, good business sense. Six of Swords, leaving behind, moving forward, distance ahead. You're going to be leaving behind this old way of thinking and this old way of doing things. And that's going to be part of your upgrade into this Emperor energy. Page of Cups, dreamer and naive, innocence, inner child, head in the clouds. So remember, when you feel this Page of Cups energy, there could be people in your surroundings that you're welcome, you guys. There could be people in your surroundings that are trying to pull you back into the inner child and into naivety. I don't know why I'm getting that, but somebody could have a bad influence around them. Four of Wands, home and reunions, stability and belonging, and celebrations. So yeah, you're going to have a reason to celebrate in the future. And that looks like a really good partnership. And like I said, you're going to be able to go to this person's home, meet their family, and fall in love with them. Okay. For some reason, I feel like, yeah, that's going to be something really important. Seven of Swords, hiding and avoiding. So this is why that person's not contacting you. They're hiding and avoiding, lying and trickery, deception and cunning. So just be aware of that. Okay, let's get a final message here. What to do about that. I guess just let it, I guess you should just let it go. Okay. And again, like I said, in the future, if she contacts you again, then you can reassess whether you feel like you want to start speaking with her again, Radha. Okay. But until then, don't wait around for her. Absolutely put yourself out there. If you're wanting to date, you don't have to just do a dating site. You can also, just go out with friends and you may meet somebody. You may meet somebody that works at a bar or restaurant or something like that. So again, this person, like, they didn't value you. And so I feel like, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing like you may get a message from a new number in the future saying that it's this person that we're talking about. And they may say, oh, something happened to my phone, but that's going to be a lie. Like, they did get a new number, but if they were to contact you again, it would be because they want something from you. Okay. When will you get true love? In the future. Absolutely, in the future. Let's see. I'm seeing like 2027, 2028. And when I think of true love, I think of like the person that you're going to be with, the person that you're going to marry, the person that you can take home to your parents, and that's going to be okay. This other person did not fit. They fit a couple of things that you wanted, but they, like, if you were to make this is what I want you to do, Raha. Make a list of every single thing that you want in a partner, like just everything. Okay. From spiritual compatibility to physical compatibility to mental, all of this stuff. And then if this person that you were talking about and were talking to, you're going to realize that what's on your list that it matters to you is not, that person's not going to be on that list. And that's going to give you a big indication of why, rejection is protection, because she could have ended up using you financially. Yeah, exactly. Ace of Swords, clarity and truth, new ideas, victory and triumph. This is absolutely a way that you triumph. And then by holding on to that list, just after, and do not write anything you don't want. Only write what you want, okay? Because the universe doesn't understand I don't want and I want. The universe only understands our vibration. So that's why you want to make everything on that paper the vibration of what you do desire. And then put that up on your fridge so that you can see it just every day. And then by the time you don't even notice it's there, that person will end up, you'll meet somebody that has those characteristics because you'll be creating that and drawing that in. Yeah. So this other person, there's something that they're not telling you. And I feel like you're dodging a bullet from not engaging with them again. But them rejecting you is getting you protected. And that's why that word Raksha was coming through, is because you guys have protection. So conflict and ego, competition and rivals, aggression and tension. So again, also, sweetie, when you turn your research paper in, know that you have some competition for whatever this prize is or whatever, but you are going to do well. Okay. You are going to do well. You may have somebody looking at you with the evil eye because they want you to help them with their paper. I would suggest that you do not help whoever this person is that comes to you and asks for you to help them with their paper. Do not help them with their paper, because what they're wanting to do is to look at what you have and then steal that so that they can play it off like it's their own. And then it would just be a coincidence that you guys had the same thoughts and same ideas about this concept or whatever you're writing about. So if anybody were to come and ask you for assistance, make sure that you don't give them help. Yeah, King of Cups. You guys are wise and devoted, balanced between head and heart. I feel like the universe will give you so many different signs when this person comes in that they're the one that you won't be able to deny it. Okay. So you haven't been getting signs about this person. I feel like this person also was blocking your dream state. The Magician, manifestation, willpower, and resourceful. Yeah, you are very resourceful, you guys. And also, the Magician doesn't mean that you practice magic particularly. It could mean that, but it also just means that you are into you know how to alchemize energy. There's women that are like in their 80s and they look like they're 40. Okay. And it's because they know how to alchemize energy. Super important. But the Magician also is about standing in your power and being very resourceful. Is that person in Shabam? I don't know. I'm not really feeling like they are. I don't know what Shabam is. Oh, it's April 27th. Interesting. Very interesting. So he's a, would that be like a Taurus then? Tauruses are great energy. That's another thing. A lot of the times relationships, okay, the relationship with the person that's meant to be your person, you will astrologically be aligned with and be compatible with. So yeah, the Queen of Swords, honest and fair, cutthroat, objective and truthful and independent. So this woman's going to be, very independent, and I feel like that's going to be a really good thing for you. 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, beware of this other energy. I don't know why it would be wanting to create some type of hardship or loss, isolation, abandonment, unemployment, and struggle. This energy is not your energy. This is somebody else's energy. So somebody else could be in the 5 of Pentacles and they could end up looking to you for support. If you help this person, they're going to take whatever bad karma they're receiving from, and again, this is bad karma for something that they were doing to you behind the scenes, like putting evil eye on you or some shit, or trying to manipulate you spiritually. I do not respect that shit at all. I think that is wicked and evil. And so this 5 of Pentacles energy that's like lingering, that may be a fear that you have of like being homeless or not having a place. Don't let this person come into your space and bring that energy. You have the energy of abundance, and you also know when to get into Queen of Swords mode and cut somebody's ass off. Because somebody may want to just come back to you because they end up in the 5 of Pentacles because they end up spending all of their money on this other person that they're with. The World, completion, closing cycles, and achievement. So yeah, you will have a completion with this person and you will achieve the goals that you're setting out. Stop doubting yourself and start believing in the divine within you. Oh, really? Wow. But she manipulated you. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Just be aware that somebody is holding that 5 of Pentacles energy, and that's something that you don't need to experience. It's not written in the book of life or in your future, present or past, to have hardships, loss, homelessness, and shit like that. It's just not in your book of life. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles, practical and reliable, slow and steady, commitment, patient, and conservative. I don't know why there's a snail, but whatever. So it could be that you feel like this is a very slow moving pace, but this is actually so that you kind of wake up to the reality that you're in and to the people that you have around you. Like I was feeling each of you having some type of stubborn, mulish person. I don't know who this person is, but they cause hardships for you. And it could be an entity or an energy, to be honest, but it was something in your guys' environment that was influencing you guys to feel off. And then there was also that stuff with the sun. So let's get a conclusion here. 10 of Cups. This is the best conclusion ever. Okay. Happiness, family, harmony, emotional stability, you guys. This is you getting your dreams fulfilled. That's awesome. So yeah, continue to do whatever cleansing you're doing and whatever diet changes you're doing. I feel like, again, I was getting vegetarian, but ask your physician. Always make sure that, especially if you're on any type of medication, ask your physician, like, yeah, I know you guys are going to have marriage instability. It's just not going to be right this second, but you guys are really busy in your lives right now. So you wouldn't even have time to plan a marriage, and marriages are extremely expensive. You know what I'm saying? So just be grateful that you've got the time that you have right now to get all of your schooling done, to get yourself in a position where when you do get married, because again, some of you, when you get married, you may end up marrying somebody that you don't even have to work. And so experience and enjoy the time that you have now, because in the future, you may not work. And then, so just experience the time that you have now is what God is telling me. And know that the divine has something great for you. Just be patient with yourself and know that if this stuff came in right now, you guys wouldn't be ready for it and it would overwhelm you. And that's why it feels like it's not coming in. Okay. But when you guys are done with schooling and stuff and actually working, you know, then you'll be able to pay for all of the stuff for the wedding. So this is why I'm saying it's like everything in due time. Just don't get frustrated or angry with the source of creation, because the source of creation wants you to experience the full spectrum of compatibility, from low compatibility to high compatibility, and then wants you off of those experiences to basically choose what it is that you do want. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, peace be with you. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.